What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, indeed. Red Hot Chili Peppers fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those clicks and likes, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Matthias Torres, and Matthias wanted to see me react to this song by Red Hot Chili Peppers called Monarchy of Roses. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold on, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by, what? Pasqua Tank Music? Sure, why not? And the video has 1.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Monarchy of Roses. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
The crimson tide is flowing through your fingers as you sleep. The promise of a clean regime, our promises we keep. Do you like it rough by asking? Are you up to task? The calicos of empty bone, their cultures come to clash. Several of my best friends wear the colors of the crown, and Larry wants to build it up, and Sherry wants to tear it all back down, girl. The savior of your life, the monarchy of roses, the monarchy of roses tonight. The cross between a former queen, her legendary stare, the holy tears of Ireland, the lovely cross to bear. Several of my best friends know the secrets of this town, and Larry wants to raise it up, and Sherry wants to spin it all around, girl. The sailors of the night, the monarchy of roses, the monarchy of roses tonight.
The song keeps flip-flopping. It keeps flip-flopping between this straight-ahead rock feel and this disco feel. For lack of a better word, that's the only thing I can think to compare it. It's not funk. It's like disco. And that's all thanks to Chad. If you listen to the bass playing, if you listen to what Flea's playing, he's playing that octave, not stride, what is it? Gallop. He's playing that octave gallop. He's doing that the whole time. He's doing it the whole time. The whole song so far, from the time the beat kicked in up till now, that's all he's done is that octave stride. And it sounds good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking him for that. But what I'm saying is this. He didn't change his playing style one bit. It's the exact same. So where's the change coming from? It's coming from two things. One, it is coming from the guitar to some extent, but from a tonal standpoint. During the straight ahead rock feel, I believe it's John. I never know which guitar player is playing on which album. I don't know. This may be Josh for all I know, but I mean, I would assume it's John. He keeps switching from that dirty distortion, overdriven, so you're getting some feedback in there, that high presence, high gain, overdriven distortion patch, getting some feedback in there, which is nice. And then when they go into that disco feel, he changes up to a more twangy sound, a much cleaner sound, not anywhere near as overdriven and a high presence and high gain. Far more about high end treble, and there is some distortion in there. There's a little bit of overdrive in there, but not nearly as much. Like the distortion is cut by like 85%, you know? So there's that. That is a factor, but really the main factor is Chad's drumming. His drumming style changed it up. And I've always said this, and I know a lot of people may not understand me when I'm saying this, so I'm going to try to be as clear as I possibly can. For those of you who have studied music, you know what I'm about to say probably. The drummers, they're responsible for the feel of the song. That is their job, is to establish the feel of the song. Tempo is actually supposed to be carried by the bass player. If you look, you could ask any musical instructor, any music teacher, they'll tell you the drummer's job, the responsibility of the drummer, if you really want to get it, talk to jazz teachers. Definitely talk to jazz teachers. Every jazz instructor I've ever had has told me the same thing. The drummer is responsible for the feel of the song. They will dictate what type of song it is, where the song's going to go as far as feel goes. It's the bass player's responsibility to maintain the tempo. That's their job. So I know a lot of people are under the impression that the drummer is responsible. Not in a rock band. It's not supposed to be. How about that? It's not supposed to be that way. Now, a lot of rock bands, the drummer, you know, they don't know any better, so the drummer takes on that responsibility. So now he has two jobs. He has two jobs. At that point, why is the bass player even there, really? He's just to fill out the bottom end, I guess. But no, it really is supposed to be the bass player's job to maintain tempo, while it's the drummer's job to establish feel. So, yeah, that's a great example of it right here. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. Flea's bass playing, simple, very simple, that octave gallop pattern, but it's constant. You can set your watch to it. While Chad is doing a very nice job of changing up the feel and the direction of the song. So this is a classic example of what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Friends
Gotta say, the song grew on me. I wasn't the biggest fan of it for about the first minute and a half, but by the end, I was actually really kind of grooving to it. Let me think about it. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Red Hot Chili Peppers with Monarchy of Roses. This was a request from Matthias Torres. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
If I were to say this is my new favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper song, I would be lying, and you would all see it. You would all be like calling me a liar, and you'd be absolutely right to do that. This is not my new favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper song. It's not even close. I wouldn't even put this in top 10 that I've heard so far, or probably even top 20. It is a great song. Don't get me wrong, it is. It's not weak, it's not lame, it's not dumb, it's not stupid. It's a great song, okay? It is, okay? All I'm saying is I would not put this in my top 20. This song, to be honest with you, it does not hold up against a lot of other songs that I've heard from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, like I said though, it's not a bad song. It's not. It's not even good. It's not even really good. It actually is a great song. And the greatness comes from its simplicity. It's got a very steady tempo to it. You could set your watch to it, and that is thanks to Flea with that bass line that he's doing. Doesn't get a whole lot simpler than what he's doing with that octave gallop feel. It's a simple thing. He's moving around the neck, obviously. He's changing up the note, but the pattern never changed. Not once through the entire song. Believe me, I was following it. And I kept wondering, is he ever going to change up what he's playing? Nope, he never did, not for a single measure. So he was, without question, the clock on this one. He was the beat, he was the tempo, he was the one establishing the time. And good for him, that's how it should be. That is the bass player's job. So he did a fantastic job of that. Chad's drumming on this, way to switch things up, man. He switched it up like 4 different times in the song. Not 4 different times, but let me rephrase that. Not 4 different times, 4 different ways. He had like this aggressive rock feel, this more relaxed rock feel, this disco feel, and what was the other one? Kind of a ballad feel, sort of, but like an upbeat ballad type of feel. Not quite Latin, but it had like, I wouldn't go as far as to say like bossa nova feel, but I mean there was a point where I was like, wait a minute, is this setting up for a Latin groove? It didn't go into a Latin groove, but it felt like it was setting up one. That's all Chad. That was all Chad, 100%, switching up the feel of the song. Again, that is the drummer's job, is to establish and set the feel of the song. And when called upon, change it up. That's his responsibility. And Chad did a fantastic job on that. The guitar playing, really nice job switching up the tone to mimic and follow the feel changes. Whenever they were going to that straight rock feel, that aggressive, like that aggressive rock style feel, they had that overdriven, high presence, high gain, on the verge of feedbacking, really heavy tube feel distortion. It sounded really good and it fit. But then when they went into that, for lack of a better word, that disco feel, you felt that change up in the guitar tone. He went to a little more of a, well, not a little bit, he went to a lot more of a cleaner tone. The overdrive was still there, but it was a lot cleaner, a lot twangier. And gone was the presence overdrive and the gain overdrive. And it was far more about just having that nice, pleasant, pleasing, balanced guitar tone. And it felt really good. And he would switch it up like that. Whenever the feel of the song would change up, the guitar player would find out or figure out the appropriate guitar tone to accompany that. And it was very smart guitar playing. Anthony Kiedis' vocals on this, I have heard far better from him. I have. This was not impressive at all. It was very, it was almost like his vocals were like an afterthought almost. I mean, it really was. I mean, it was there, and I'm glad it was there. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad the vocals were there, but if they had not been there, I don't really think it would have made all that much of a difference to the song. It wasn't even forward in the mix. I mean, his vocals were kind of in the background. So now, was that intentional? I'm sure it was, and I'm sure that's why the song was designed, was to, do that with the vocals. But that's kind of what contributes to the vocals almost being a little bit of a non-factor. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, they were there. Did they contribute? Yeah, they did, but they didn't contribute very much. It was very much a small part. I mean, every little part adds up, and every little part is important, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, I wonder how the song would have sounded without vocals. Maybe it might have sounded better. I don't know. I'll never know unless I actually hear that. But I mean, like I said, Anthony Kiedis' vocals on this were pretty much a non-factor with me. I didn't really take them into account at all, good or bad. They were just kind of there, and I was like, whatever. But look, it's a simple song. It's not the most intense song I've heard from them. It's not the most rockin' song I've heard from them. It's not the funkiest song I've ever heard from them. But there were some good fundamentals being displayed for this song. And like I said, bass player, Flea, keeping the time, keeping the tempo. Chad, establishing and maintaining, and when necessary, changing up the feel of the song. So I was impressed by that. I was actually really impressed by that. I was glad to see it so well described and so well detailed. So I dug it. And like I said, at the beginning of the song, the first minute and a half, I wasn't really feeling it. If I'm being honest with you, I was just like, it's okay, I guess. But as the more I listened to it, the more I realized that the greatness in this song is in the simplicity and in the groove. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to get into this, and it started to grow on me. It didn't take long either. So yeah, it's a great song. I do feel it deserves that 8.1. Not in my top 20, not even close to being in my top 20, but still a great song nonetheless. So 8.1 is where we're at. 8.1 is where we're going to stay. So 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.